Hello everybody, how's it going? We're going to be talking about a few fragrances that I used to reach for more often, but I'm now slowly just growing out of them. These aren't really my favorites in particular, but they're still bangers, okay? They still have that mass appeal. The first is Hachifat by Nishane. I think it's Nishane. But this fragrance is a fresh pineapple sort of scent that easily performs over 24 hours. And the fact that this is so long lasting is a reason why I am still going to be putting it in top 10 videos when it comes to fresh and clean fragrances, because it's hard for a freshy to even go past 6 hours, and this thing will last a day on you. I remember one of the first few times I was wearing it, I got complimented a day later. Somebody thought I freshly applied a fragrance, and it was still like maybe the 25th hour of me wearing this scent. It was still going off. I was like, wow, geez, this thing is really powerful. So this juice is a beast. It's elite in terms of its longevity. Now, some people's downside with this fragrance is that they don't like the oak moss in the dry down. And for me, I didn't find this scent to be off-putting at all. In fact, it's rather pleasant. And the reason why this fragrance is in this video is because there are just other things like Cedrat Rosé and Elysium that I prefer scent-wise. Now, both of those, maybe Cedrat Rosé can actually compete with the longevity on this one. I think this one still beats out Cedrat Rosé. But I prefer just the smells of that fragrance and their Cedrat. That one there compared to this one. In fact, when I wear this fragrance, sometimes I have to step out and just like kind of air myself out and just breathe in some fresh air, because it really just fills up your nostrils and it can get a bit too intense and too overwhelming for me within the first few minutes of me wearing this scent. So if you're somebody that can withstand beast mode fragrances, I'm pretty sure you're gonna love this. But for me, my nose can get a bit sensitive, and this one can just kind of make me feel a bit headachy if I have like over 5 sprays of it on, or even sometimes 5 and I'm inside, I need to like step out and catch a breather, you know? But I do love this fragrance, and you still will see me recommend it. But unfortunately, we're going our separate ways a little bit. As of right now, who knows? Maybe I'll come back to it in the future. The next one is gonna disappoint a lot of people, but Side Effect by Nisio. Again, let me restate that this video isn't saying that I no longer recommend these, okay? I definitely still recommend these scents, but taste-wise, this one isn't so much for me. And you know what? Like, even in the beginning, when I first tried this fragrance, it didn't click to me. I immediately understood how this is mass appealing, and every single time I wore this, endless compliments every single time. But it still wasn't something that I really rocked with that much, where I was like, oh yeah, let me throw on Side Effect. Like, when I would throw it on, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Sure, I'll put it on. But it never was the type of scent where I was like, man, I want to wear that one so bad today. You know, it just doesn't really give me the sort of fulfilling feeling that things like Tuxedo and Carlisle give me. But nonetheless, this fragrance is a true masterpiece. In terms of the boozy kind of fragrances, this one smells like cinnamon, and it also has rum. So it has that dark liquor sort of smell to it, and it's very, very sexy, okay? This fragrance got me a lot of mouth-watering reactions. It also has like the eyes rolling to the back of the head, those type of reactions whenever I throw on this scent. And it's just, it really does make a statement. Now, this one is completely unisex. With Hachifat, I think it leans a little bit more masculine, even though this is marketed as a unisex fragrance. But with this one, straight down the middle. It does not matter who wears it, as long as you're a confident person, because this is a very confident fragrance. And this one also performed on me easily over 15 hours, especially on clothes. You will not be able to get the smell off until you wash your clothes. So if you're looking for a fragrance to splurge on, and you know what? I think I'm gonna make an updated video on that, on niche fragrances I think are worth the splurge, because just the fact that this lasts a long time, and if you like boozy scents and you're wearing this out, like, yes, you're gonna feel confident in yourself, but it's also gonna be amazing to everybody else around you that has not smelled this fragrance before. Another thing I've noticed is that if you love the fragrance Jazz Club by Maison Margiela, you are more likely to love this scent as well. Okay, unfortunately for me, I'm just not a boozy lover, but I can't deny this juice. This juice is the truth. Now I'm going to put all the fragrances in the, and the discount site links if I can find them in the description, because please get these scents for a discounted rate. Don't pay full retail for them just because they can be a bit steep, and there's nothing wrong with saving money on big baller fragrances. Okay, so all that stuff is going to be in the description. And the last one, or this is the last one that came to my mind, but who knows? I'll look back in the collection. Dior Homme Intense. I know that the internet loves this thing. And to be honest with you, this fragrance and Side Effect, I had the same feeling where when I would wear it, I liked it, but I didn't love it. And with Side Effect, I liked it, but I didn't love it, but other people around me really, really loved that scent. With Dior Homme Intense, I did get compliments, but I didn't get, they weren't the reactions and the type of comments that I was receiving with other scents like Side Effect, like Carlisle, like Afternoon Swim. You know, this was just the, oh yeah, like you smell nice. So it's standard. And if you like an iris fragrance, then, you know what, even if you like iris, this kind of smells a bit lipsticky to me. It smells like lipstick. And that can be a hit or miss. There are some people that go absolutely ballistic at the smell of a lipsticky type of iris, and others that don't really care for it as much. And I think I fall more into that category. But I did have a lot of experience wearing this fragrance. And for me personally, with like the ladies' reactions, it was okay. They were there, but it was okay. You know, I think that this one gets a lot more love on the internet. Or I think if you live in colder weather in general, this thing is going to pull for sure. But yeah, this scent just doesn't, it never really scratched that itch for me, but I understand it. You know, I understand the scent. Let me take another look around to see if there's something else that I kind of, no, I still love that. I still love Ombre Nuit. I think I'm just going to wrap it up with those. Well, this one, actually, no, I have to. Resala by Arabian Oud. Okay, this fragrance, I've only worn it a small amount of times because it truly is a beast. All right, I've talked about Side Effect, I've talked about Hachifat, but this one blows both of those out of the water in terms of longevity, projection, and scent trail. 2 days straight, I was getting complimented off 1.5 sprays of this fragrance. Think about that. 1.5 sprays, and it wasn't even on a pulse point. It wasn't on clothes. It was on a random part of my arm just right here. And for 2 days straight, I was swimming in compliments. Now, that sounds great and all, but for me, this just is not really my vibe because it's a very heavy kind of fragrance. I think that if you're interested in Rasala, you have to like these 3 notes. You have to like rose. You have to like, why did the other 2 just slip my mind right now? Seriously. Oud? Is it geranium? What? Literally, it just went whoop. Like I say it all the time, but there's a third component in here that is really important. Rose, oud, no, saffron. That's what it is, saffron. Sorry, don't know why that slipped. But those 3 things are a constant with this fragrance from start to finish, okay? It will be there. And yes, there's chocolate. Yes, there's vanilla in this scent, but I didn't get the chocolate until the 10th hour on my skin. I didn't really get the vanilla mixing in as much till like the 6th or the 8th hour. So this thing really does transition, but stays prominent at the same time. Like you could see the changes, and the dry down is nice, and the way that this thing just wears on you is beautiful, but it's just way too strong for me. It's way too strong for me. And I think though, like if I lived in a place like Alaska or Seattle where it was cold more often, then I would definitely probably pull for this more because it's a unique fragrance, and you know that nobody else around you will be wearing this. This is just one of those scents that you'll be confident about when you're in a club, especially here. I'm mainly talking about here in the States, because I'm sure maybe in the Middle East, this is probably a common fragrance. But yeah, in the States, most people are wearing the Western designer type of fragrances. So something like this is a huge, huge, huge head turner. And for the most part, the way this smells on the air is fantastic. But unfortunately for me, when I have this on my skin, it's just nonstop in my nostrils, and it can just get exhausting for me. But I know if I smell this on somebody else, I'd be like, damn, I know if I want to wear this next time, I would have to pre-spray it on my clothes at least a day or two in advance for it to be tolerable for my nose. But there it is, 4 fragrances that I like, that are still mass appealing, still get a lot of love, but I just am slowly growing out of it. I'm just not reaching for anymore, all right? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.